What is going on, Movie Meals? Movie Meals, we're here for our Oscar prediction video. Um, we're doing this early this year. We talk about doing it early every year. We never end up putting it out early. We always put it out like the day before or the day of the Oscars. And I actually don't prefer it because I feel like I have yet to do any research and really see who's running. So I'm going to be going more off the my own thoughts, I guess, than a mix of who I think should win and who I think will win. I think it's going to be more of who I think should win today. We'll see if there's some overlapping. Before we get into it, thank you, Moon Meal patrons, Kimberly and Karen. Go join the patronage, everything, do all that good stuff. But let's get into it here. We're gonna skip some of the ones we always tend to skip a handful.
Yeah.
So like things like animated short, animated film. Well, no, we'll do animated film, excuse me. Animated short we'll probably skip here. Documentary short, international film. I do think international film is going to go to All Quiet on the Western Front. I don't think it's a competition. I haven't seen all the other movies, but
No, I agree with that. It's gonna be
documentary
that one.
feature we're going to skip. Short film live action we're going to skip. Although I was so excited, I was going to make it such an priority to go see the short films when they release all the live action shorts and the animated shorts in the theater. They're doing it. I will be out of town. My
Oh,
schedule never lines the way we desire.
yeah.
But we're here to let's see, where should we start here? Let's start with the one Kyle hates the most, original song. Who do you think's winning
Oh,
original song? We've got applause from Tell It Like a Woman, Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick, Lift Me Up from Wakanda Forever, Not Two from RR, and This Is a Life from Everything Everywhere All at Once. What do you think?
I think this will go to Not To. Personally, my favorite of the group, and it's a delightful song, and it's awesome, especially in context of the movie. So, and outside of context too. If you've seen the clip of it, it's just a fun scene and a fun moment, and a great catchy song.
I mean, I hate that they make us listen to, 5 minute songs and they make a big deal of it at the Oscars. I think if you're trying to shorten your show, that's where you shorten your show.
Hmm.
Um, but I actually am very excited to see Not Do performed live. I do not think it will win. I would be very happy if it won. I actually would be happy with almost all of these winning, but I do think it will be Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick. It was like the song of the summer. Everybody loves it. Top Gun's got to get a win somewhere, and I think this will be its win. And I think Lift Me Up has a pretty good shot as well. Rihanna back, baby. Come on. So
Feels
all
great to
right,
have
let's
her back.
move over from song to score. Who do you think's winning original score? We got All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, Banshees of Inisherin, The Fablemans, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Where are you leaning?
This category was tough for me, and I think that's gonna be a thing I'm gonna repeatedly say throughout most of these categories. I'm debating between Banshees of Inisherin and Babylon, but I could see Babylon's score taking the win here. Um, I think, at least from what I could tell, it's loud and bombastic and in your face in the movie, and it's not nominated in very many other places. So maybe this could be the one win it secures. What about you?
That's crazy. I don't think Babylon is close. I think All
Yeah,
Quiet on the
fair.
Western Front, Fablemans, Banshees of Inisherin, and Everything Everywhere All at Once are duking it out. And I think it's probably a bigger race between Everything Everywhere All at Once and All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, really?
I hadn't picked yet because I was hoping you would sway me, and your take was so poor that I'm not swayed whatsoever. Um, so I think I think I'm going with. Ooh, this is tough. I think I'm gonna go with Everything Everywhere All at Once.
All right.
Mm, that's tough though. I could see it going to quite a few of them. I would be shocked with Babylon, especially with All Quiet on the Western Front. How good that score really is. Um, But anyway, let's move on to animated film. I think we have some friends that will be very upset if Puss in Boots doesn't win, but let's go through it. So it's Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, The Sea Beast, Turning Red, Puss in Boots' Last Wish, and Marcel, the Shell with Shoes on. Who do you think's winning that one?
I love Puss in Boots as much as the next person, but I think Del Toro's Pinocchio is going to secure this win. I think the Academy is going to be more impressed by that than um, Puss in Boots.
I I agree. I think it's Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. It's the best version of Pinocchio I've ever seen in my life. It's phenomenal. I have not seen Puss in Boots. I really want to. I just have not gotten a chance to see it. Whether it hits VOD or I finally get a chance to go see it in the theater, it's still in the theater. I will
Mhm.
go see it. But Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, whew, I mean, I moved that up to my top 3 of last year. It's so freaking good. I wish it would win, but I don't think it's got a shot. I do think it is Guillermo del Toro for Pinocchio. But all right, moving on. Let's move to some of the other kind of chill ones here. Let's go to sound. We have sound. I'm gonna go. The nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of the Water, The Batman, Elvis, and Top Gun: Maverick. Kyle, where are you going here?
I think I'm going to lean towards Top Gun Maverick. Um, but all of these movies, I think, had incredible sound implemented into their uh, movies. But I think Top Gun Maverick, I'm not sure how the rest of the categories on the technical level will play out for that movie specifically, but I feel like this is at least the safest where it could get the win, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna pick that one.
Did you finally see All Quiet on the Western Front?
No, I haven't.
Oh, see, I'm going with All Quiet on the Western Front. I
Okay,
think
that's
I
fair.
would be very happy. First of all, sound editing and sound mixing are two different things. Get your act together, Oscars, and go back to the way it belongs. Um, Avatar: Way of the Water. I I don't sit there and leave and go, wow, the sound was incredible. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like I left the Batman thinking the score and the sound design was phenomenal. I
Yeah,
left Top Gun Maverick thinking the same thing. But I think it's All Quiet on the Western Front. I think, I mean, the trenches, everything about that, the sound and sound design, I think is phenomenal. If it's not All Quiet on the Western Front, I do think it will probably be Top Gun Maverick. But I do think All Quiet on the Western Front's got the win there.
yeah.
Let's
I
move
think that's a
over
good
from.
choice.
Oh, it's so good. You should check it out.
Yeah,
Let's
still on my
move
watch
over
list.
here to visual effects. So we have All Quiet on the Western Front, The Batman, Wakanda Forever, and Avatar: The Way of the Water, and Top Gun Maverick. Kyle, is this? It's Avatar, right? Come on, I mean,
Yeah,
it's Avatar.
yeah,
It's
pretty much.
it's crazy. We've gone into years with visual effects where we have talked about. I mean, Avatar. The first Avatar was one of them. Jungle Book was one of them. We're sitting there going, "This is the most technologically advanced movie ever." I don't believe this Avatar Way of the Water, is considered the most technological advanced movie of its time right now. I don't think the tech is there. You don't hear people talking about that. You don't hear people saying that. And I think it's incredible. I think the tech is phenomenal, but I'm not sure it didn't do anything that I haven't seen before in some other movies. And there were times it did not look great. There are times in Avatar it
Hmm.
looks like a video game. There are times it looks breathtaking, and I feel like I'm on Pandora. But I still think overall it's going to win visual effects. I mean, there was one shot and it cost like $10,000 because there was no real thing in the shot. Um, all right, let's move over to production design. We have Babylon, Elvis, The Fablemans, All Quiet on the Western Front, and Avatar: The Way of the Water. Where are you going here?
I think, despite me not seeing All Quiet on the Western Front yet, I could see that one getting the win. Um, just because I think in a war movie, there's a lot of parts that go involved into making sure that it feels with the times, it feels with the stakes and the battle that's taking place within the movie, and I feel like that's why I would get the leg up. I don't see Avatar: The Way of Water for how for all of its technical achievements. I don't see the production design being thought of first and foremost. I think it's more to do with the CGI aspects of it. And Elvis and the Fablemans, maybe Elvis could have a leg up, but I'm not sure if Fablemans really is viewed that way. And Babylon, like I said, it's not very nominated to begin with. So I think I'll just stick with All Quiet as my choice.
I also am going All Quiet on the Western Front. I think the Fablemans has a higher shot than you're saying, and I think Elvis is about there. I think those are kind of the three top dogs in this fight, but I think All Quiet on the Western Front has it. I mean, I'm thinking again of the trench scenes. I'm thinking of there's a scene with an explosion and it's so beautiful. The production design is phenomenal. So I do think it is going All Quiet on the Western Front.
Cool.
Um, let's move up and we will go to makeup and hairstyling. We've got The Batman, Wakanda Forever, Elvis, All Quiet on the Western Front, and The Whale. Where are you going here?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lean towards Elvis. I think a big reason why Elvis was so highly regarded by the Academy this year was one because of the performance, but also for having Austin Butler just completely look like the part and not just like sound and the movements of his performance. So I feel like that's going to be thought of the most when it comes to them nominating this movie, or excuse me, for nominating for it to win. And I'm going to lean towards that for that reason.
I also am going Elvis. I think The Whale, outside of him, I don't think it's incredibly impressive everything else in terms of makeup and
Sure.
hairstyling. I think Elvis, everything is very impressive. I think the designs of all the costumes and everything is right there. And I would agree with you on that point. So yeah, let's move over to costume design. We've got Babylon, Elvis, Wakanda Forever, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Miss Harris goes to Paris, baby. Um, where are you going here?
I'm going to lean towards Black Panther getting the win. I think the Academy will want to reward Ruth Carter with a win in this category. Elvis could have been the sneaky one here. But I don't know. I just have a feeling about Black Panther getting something, and I feel like costume design um, could be that.
Yeah, I think Elvis has a good shot here, and I think Everything Everywhere All at Once has a really good shot here, but I actually agree with you with Wakanda Forever. I also have it picked. I think Wakanda Forever, when you think of the funeral scenes and things like that, it's just it's beautiful. Like I can remember very vividly some of the costumes, and outside of Elvis's main gear that everyone always thinks of him in, I can't necessarily
Mm,
think of tons of other specific costume designs. Um, all
for
right,
sure.
moving into I would say more heavy hitters, slowly moving up here, but we'll start with film editing. So we have the Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Kyle, where are you headed here?
I debate between Top Gun Maverick and Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I could see the Academy giving it to Top Gun Maverick for the editing, the well done editing done for the flying shots, but I'm gonna this one's gonna be more of a hopeful one from me. I'm gonna hope that they win or that they pick Everything Everywhere All at Once because I think editing is the major key for this movie working as well as it does. I feel like if it wasn't as well edited as it was, it could have easily fallen apart. But um, even if it was poorly directed, whatever. All I mean is that I think this one is just the most impressive and really helped the story be as um tight and secured as it was. So I'm gonna go with the Academy voting Everything Everywhere All at Once for the win.
I think Everything Everywhere All at Once has a chance to sweep the Oscars and take it. Like anything that it's
Oh,
nominated for that I didn't say it would win, I would not be rollover shocked if it won. I think the
sure.
other awards that have been going around have very much favored Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I think
Mm,
people truly do love this movie. I mean, it's to me, it's an all-time classic. That's how good I think it is. Um, I also go with Everything Everywhere All at Once. I do think Top Gun is the kind of the next in this, and I think Banshees would be third. But I think Everything Everywhere All at Once editing is so strategic and so phenomenal,
yeah,
and I just the editing stands out as such a positive. It doesn't stand out as much in Top Gun Maverick or even Banshees. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once really is the one to pick here.
for
Um,
sure.
all right, moving on. Cinematography. We have Bardo, Elvis, Empire of Light, Tar, and All Quiet on the Western Front. What do you got?
This category is the weirdest one, I think, but it also easily could have been the deepest one. You know, I mean, with the likes of the Batman, Nope, uh, uh, maybe Top Gun Maverick, you can kind of make a point on that. Um, but with these five, I think I think the Academy would think the most impressive out of these 5 is All Quiet on the Western Front. Not that all of these aren't impressive in their own right, but I just have a feeling that they would lean towards this movie and not necessarily um, the others. Although I haven't seen Bardo or All Quiet, so I'm not totally positive, but just with Elvis and Tar, I think they're very well done with cinematography for the most part, but I think All Quiet would probably be the more impressive one, if
Did
that
you
makes
see
sense.
Empire of Light?
Oh, I forgot I was reading that too. No, I have not seen that one either.
Oh. I am also picking All Quiet on the Western Front. I think Empire of Light cinematography is fantastic. I think Tars is nothing to write home about. I think it's good, but I think the Batman, I think Wakanda Forever, I think Everything Everywhere All at Once had better cinematography than Tar. I also would, Banshees of Inisherin I thought had better cinematography than Tar. All those same movies I think had better cinematography than Elvis. Um, the cinematography this year for me was weird. I haven't seen Bardo, so I will exclude that. I've seen the other 4, but I do think All Quiet on the Western Front is beautiful. It is devastatingly beautiful at times to look at, and I think it is the front runner here.
Yeah.
Um, all right, what my
you want to
computer's doing?
do you want to do
Here we
screenplays?
go. Yes, that's where I was headed next.
Cool.
Um, So, adapted screenplay. We've got Glass Onion, Living, Top Gun Maverick, Women Talking, All Quiet on the Western Front. Where are you headed here for adapted?
I think Women Talking could take this one. I think with this movie, it hinges a lot on. Well, you probably will have a better understanding of this movie since you were able to see it, I
I
believe.
haven't seen
But
it.
oh, I thought you were able to.
I'm
Okay.
seeing it tomorrow from the day we're filming this.
Okay. So you'll have to let me know about this. But I think in terms of what the movie is about, it hinges a lot about the conversations and the dialogue between the characters more so than maybe some of the other movies um appear to be. So I would say that this one probably could get the win because it's the most script driven. And for good
I
reason.
I this is one of the few categories I might hold reservations for that I'm allowed to change my mind after this video because I really have been wanting to see Women Talking, and this is the
Mhm.
category that I agree with you on. I've heard great things about the script. Um I have penciled in right now Glass Onion, and I think that Glass Onion would deserve to win this. I do think is a little bit more of an original screenplay than an adapted screenplay. I think they're being a little loose with the Agatha Christie inspirations. Um,
Well, I believe if you don't mind me interrupting that when a movie it becomes a sequel, then that
oh
means it's
yeah, here we
yeah,
go
that's
again. We've already talked about this.
that's the rule.
I
I'm pretty
still just
sure.
think that's,
Top
I
Gun
don't know.
Maverick's in this category.
It feels weird to me. Okay, I agree that you're correct. It feels weird to me, and I'm
Okay.
allowed to feel weird. Get out. Get on my
Okay.
back. Um, I still think Glass Onion's a phenomenal script. I think its strength is its script. Compared to, I don't think the strength of Top Gun Maverick and All Quiet on the Western Front is the script. But so that's where I would lean right now. I do hold the right to reserve to switch it to Women Talking if it blows me away tomorrow. Now moving into writing original screenplay, we have The Banshees of Inisherin, The Fableman's Tar, Triangle of Sadness, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. Where are you going here?
I I bet you that we're gonna have a disagreement here. I'm gonna lean towards the Banshees of Inisherin getting this win. Um I think I could see the Academy being very impressed by this script and what it's able to do here compared to some of the others that I see in this category. Um yeah, I'll just leave it there. What do you got, Alex?
I also have the Banshees of Inisherin. I don't know
Oh, okay.
why you're coming at me so hard today.
I thought it was everything
Um,
everywhere.
I
I thought you
think
were
it
putting that.
is very heavily between Everything Everywhere All at Once and Banshees. I will not
Okay.
roll over surprised. I have
Yeah.
both of them marked on my paper
Mhm.
um, because I have a little arrow pointing to the one I think will win. But I think when you look at the Academy, they over the last 5 years have had a very um, strong pattern of favoritism across the board,
Mm,
where it has not we have not had a lot of sweeping winners over the last handful of years. There's been a couple, but there has not been as many as I think there was in years past. And so I do think Banshees will get it. I do think its script is its strength.
yes.
And I'm not necessarily sure. I do think Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think all these movies have great script, but I don't know if its strength is its script. I think the strength of Everything Everywhere All at Once will be coming in a little bit more later. But again, I will not roll over shocked. But I do think Banshees of Inisherin is taking this one as well. But
Okay.
I just
You
said don't be
surprised me.
shocked if they sweep. That's all I said. I didn't say
I
I'm picking them for every category. I
I
said don't be
okay.
shocked. You're coming at me with these whack terms here, pal. This is my show.
Is it?
We're
What do we
moving.
got next?
Who it
What
is
do
it?
we got next?
I own the gosh darn copyrights. We're moving on to we're actually gonna do supporting actor. So actor in a supporting role, we've got Brendan Gleeson for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Jude Hirsch for The Fablemans, Barry Cohan for The Banshees of Inisherin, and Ki Hui Kwan? Oh, I'm sorry, I butchered your names. From Everything Everywhere All at Once. I would imagine you and I are both going with our boy Key, short round himself. I do not think this is close. I think it
Correct.
is it is him 100%. I'd be shocked if he didn't win it.
Correct. Everyone, he's the darling of the award circuit
And
this
he's
year.
winning everything. Yeah, he's just winning
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
and he does a fantastic job. Like he's one of the many heartbeats of the movie, but he does
Hmm.
a very great job. So that'd be awesome to
Phenomenal.
see.
So now we're moving to actress in a supporting role. Kyle and I were texting about this earlier today about how this might be the most difficult category of all of them, especially
Yeah,
in the majors.
yeah.
Um, So actress in a supporting role, we got Angela Bassett for Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow for The Whale, Carrie Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie Sue for Everything Everywhere All at Once. This one's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really interesting. And I think I just changed my mind as I said it was interesting. That's how much I am so back and forth here. So I'm going to let
Okay.
you take the lead. Maybe you'll sway me one way or the other. I highly doubt it. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'll start off with this. Stephanie Shu, and hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right. I apologize. Um, I so badly want her to win this, but I don't see it happening. It seems like all the love has gone more towards Jamie Lee Curtis than for Stephanie, which I think is kind of a shame because I felt like she is also one of the more major parts, one of the more biggest heartbeats of the movie. And Jamie Lee Curtis, she's good, she's fun, but I wouldn't really call her like integral for this story necessarily, but I just see more motivation to vote for her than some of the other people in this category. So I'm gonna lean towards her for getting the win, Jamie Lee Curtis. Um, Everyone else is very good. Hung Chow was good in The Whale, despite me not really liking the movie all that much. Carrie Condon I really loved in The Banshees of Inisherin. Maybe she could be like a surprise there, but I feel like it's gonna go towards Jamie Lee Curtis more than everyone else.
I think you're throwing some insane disrespect to Jamie Lee Curtis here. And
Maybe.
it's going to sound like I'm coming across negative on Stephanie. I am not. Everything you said about Stephanie is 100% true. But I
Mhm.
think it is harsh to say that Jamie Lee Curtis is not part of the heartbeats of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think some of the most integral things for Michelle's character happen because of the supporting acting coming from Jamie Lee Curtis.
Mhm.
I think she is
Okay.
phenomenal. I I truly would love it if Stephanie won. I would love it if Jamie won. I would love it if Angela Bassett won. And I would love it if Carrie Condon won. Hung Chow, I'd be happy, but I think she had a better movie this year in the menu than The Whale. She hasn't really, I don't think she's won anything in the circuit game here, of all the other major awards. Stephanie has
Yeah.
only won the Spirit Award. So But Jamie Lee Curtis won the SAG. And that's what's really selling it for me. Angela Bassett won for the Critics' Choice, but I really do think Jamie Lee Curtis is the winner here, and I think it is 100% deserved. I do not think if she does end up winning, maybe she won't, but if she does end up winning, I think uh, it is completely and totally deserved. I don't think she is robbing it from anyone. I think this is literally a knockout, drag out fight between these actresses for this win. I do not think it's clear cut. I do think it's leaning because of everything from the other awards that it is going towards Jamie, and I do am picking her to win. Um, I actually have Angela Bassett as my number 2 to win because I think she has just done phenomenal. I think people really the voters would lean towards her as well. But Jamie Lee Curtis is an icon in the industry. We also, people hate to admit it, but it is true. Whether it's fair or not fair, they do
They
tend to
pick
lead
favorites.
towards icons, and they do tend to pick towards favorites. She is loved. I think she is a phenomenal actress. She's a big fan of One Piece. I mean, come on. But I would be
What's not
very,
to love?
very happy if Stephanie won. You got any more thoughts? You ready to move on?
It should 100% go to Stephanie. We can move on though.
I agree. I got a lot of percentages to give. I got stacks of 100%ers to give to people in this category.
Love it.
Um, we're gonna move over to actress in a leading role. We're gonna go actress, actor, and then we're gonna go to director and best picture. So we've got actress in a leading role. We got Kate Blanchett for Tar, Ana de Armas for Blonde, Andrea, how do you say that?
Riseborough.
Riseborough for
Mhm.
Two Leslie, Michelle Williams for The Fablemans, and Michelle Yao for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Where are you going here?
I think it's a tight race right now between Kate Blanchett and Michelle Yeoh, and I so badly want it to
Yep.
be for Michelle, but I have a sinking feeling that this one will go to Kate Blanchett because I could see it being a more acty, quote unquote, type role that the Academy could fall for more so than Michelle's was. And I'm not sure if between Key and possibly Jamie Lee Curtis getting their wins, if that means that Michelle would also get it. I don't see it within the acting to have it be that much of a sweep. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say Kate Blanchett, but that certainly does not mean if Michelle ends up getting this win that I will not absolutely be happy for her because she does deserve that 100%.
I do think it is a tight race between the two of them. Michelle won the SAG,
Okay.
and that's big.
Hmm.
That is the actors.
Yeah.
Um, I am picking Michelle. I think she delivers a better performance than Kate Blanchett. I think Kate Blanchett delivered a great performance in Tar. I didn't love the movie Tar. I thought it was okay, and I thought her performance was phenomenal. But I do think this is Michelle's to lose. I think she's the front runner. It's a tight race, but I think she's got a lead right now. Um, I do see the Academy sweeping the Oscar acting with it because I think the performances is the strength of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think that the performances make that movie what it is. Um, I mean, I think everything makes it what it is. Obviously, that's how movies work. But like, I, I, I I think Everything Everyone Wants is an all-time classic. I truly believe it can win every category it's nominated for, and you shouldn't be rolling over shocked if it does. The Academy hasn't had that happen in a while, so I don't think it will happen. I just won't be shocked if it does. But I do think Michelle is the better performance. She is, again, an icon in the industry. Kate Blanchett has an Oscar. Okay?
Has to. Yeah.
Exactly. She gets here a lot.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's for sure.
Michelle hasn't been here since I've been watching the Oscars as an adult, so I think it's favoring her, and I really hope she does win it. Her performance
Yeah.
is the best performance of last year. So moving on, actor in a leading role. We got Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for After Sun, and Bill Nye for Living. Where are you headed here?
I think it's gonna go to Austin Butler for Elvis. there's kind of a trend in this category where they give the win to those who play like a historical person, and I could see that
What's the
trend
trend?
continuing with Austin. But what?
Give me the trend. Give me the other winners.
That they play real life people? I don't have the whole list on me. It's just has been a trend before it.
Okay.
Okay. Um yeah, so I'm going to go for him on that note. I don't I do hope Brendan Fraser wins though. That would be really cool. Um and well deserving for him and what he's gone through the ups and downs of his career. And I thought the performance was good too, despite me not necessarily liking The Whale in its entirety. But I think the Academy will lean towards Austin Butler for Elvis.
I agree with you. The Oscars tends to favor actors who are playing um, a famous person.
Mm.
I don't know if we have seen that trend as of late. The only winner I can think of recently who actually won was what's his face for Freddie Mercury. I can't think of
Rami
somebody
Malek.
else recently, Rami Malek, but I can't think of anybody else who has won for the actor for playing. I mean, Matthew McConaughey did. That was 10 years ago.
Gary
Um,
Oldman did.
Gary Oldman. Okay, there's one,
Yeah,
but
off the top of my head. Yeah.
and I think that point is valid. I'm not sure I've seen the trend as of late. They do favor that. I
Oh, Eddie Redmayne. There's another one. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Eddie
No,
Redmayne.
you had me thinking about it.
I think um, I'm picking Brendan. I think the icon status of Brendan is there. I think he's in. I think Elvis and The Whale are both okay movies with great performances. I think The Whale is better than Elvis. I think Brendan Fraser has been winning the major awards, so I think that has really helped. He won the SAG. He won. I think he's won basically all of them out. I think Elvis or Austin Butler's gotten a few, but um, I do think it's going to go to Brendan. I think he has the momentum. I won't be shocked if it's Austin Butler. I do not think it's as deserving. I mean, it's hard to say because I think Austin Butler, if he wins, it's like, okay, good. But I do feel that Brendan would get a bit cheated in that sense. I was looking at a ton of like pick'ems from websites today and
Mm,
critics, and a
mm.
lot of them were picking Colin Farrell. I mean, tons of people were picking Colin Farrell for winning. So I
He's
wouldn't
getting some
roll
pick.
over shocked if he wins as a kind of a shock here, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's a runaway. I do think the Academy will make the right decision, though, and I think they're going to pick Brendan Fraser, and I think he is the right decision.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Just happy Paul Mescal made it in the category.
yeah, me too.
that that alone
Uh,
was a shock.
so next, we're moving to Best Director. We got Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin. We got the Daniels for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Steven Spielberg for The Fablemans. Todd Field for Tar, and Ruben Outsland for Triangle of Sadness. Where are you going, Kyle?
I could see the Daniels taking this. I think I'll lean towards that. Um, I think top to bottom, how they handled the movie, how they directed, and had their vision come to reality was very well done. Obviously, for how much we love the movie, and I could see the Academy also thinking of it in the same way, and they would give them the win.
I am also picking the Daniels. I
Mm,
think Steven Spielberg is the next one in line here to take it. I think if somebody doesn't win it, if the Daniels don't, it's probably going to go to Steven as kind of maybe a last hurrah. I mean, not that Spielberg's out of the game by any sense. He's just getting up there in age a little bit, and you never know when they're coming back. A director will be back in this position, but it is
it's also
Spielberg.
about him, so yeah.
Yeah, they very well might. The Daniels did win the Directors Guild Award, um,
Mm,
and that's going to be helpful. I do think the direction is part of the heart and soul of this movie. I think it's the performances, and it's those two.
mm,
I mean, it's just It's the best movie of last year. It really is. I think I have switched my list. I think I had After Sun as my number one of last year, and I think I've slowly just over time realized that it really was. I can't remember. Did I have Everything Everywhere at Once? If I didn't,
It
I'm
was
putting it there
it
now.
was it was definitely your number one, I thought.
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think it's theirs to lose. So moving on to the big Kahuna, Best Picture. We have Avatar: The Way of the Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, which doesn't belong, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and All Quiet on the Western Front. Um,
Did you say women
where you go?
talking?
I did not. It
Yeah,
was
there's
to
10.
not printed on my thing. I was just thinking, I thought they were here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. What the heck? Why is they not listed on
I mean,
here? This
I'm
website is sexist.
I'm not choosing that one. I don't think that's gonna be the win,
No,
but
good
figured we
catch.
should mention it.
Good catch. No, it rightfully deserves. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm assuming it deserves to be there, unlike Elvis. Um, what are you going with here?
You sure you don't want to go first? Because I'm still not sure.
Oh, I think it's going to Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
think it's close. I really don't. I think Best Picture
No.
has been decided. I think the closest second option is The Fablemans. I don't
Really?
think anything else is close. I do not think it's going to Tar. I do not think it's going to Top Gun Maverick. If it went to Top Gun Maverick, I would be so overjoyed. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it goes to All Quiet on the Western Front. They're going to win international film, and that doesn't happen very often that they win both. I do not think it goes to Women
Yeah.
Talking. I do not think it goes to Triangle of Sadness. Everything Everywhere at Once is winning everything. And I think it rightfully deserves to be the winner. The only thing next to it, I think, is The Fablemans. I do not think Avatar deserves it. I do not think Banshees deserves it. I do not think Elvis. I think it's everything. What do you think? Why are
Do you think
you?
Fableman?
I,
Do you think Fablemans would be the runner-up? I was thinking Banshees would. That's why I'm having trouble deciding between that and
those are
everything.
probably those are probably my top three. I do think The
Yeah.
Fablemans is more Academy loved than The Banshees of Inisherin. If The Banshees of Inisherin wins Best Picture, I think that is a surprise. I don't think I would be upset. I think I would be annoyed because I love Everything Everywhere All at Once so
Yeah.
much,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
be happy because I really, really do love the Banshees of Inisherin. Those are, I would say, the
The
top
movie's so
three.
good.
But I do think, I mean, what we were just saying. It's a story about the greatest filmmaker of all time.
Hmm.
Like the Fablemans, if it wins Best Picture, it's because it's dedicated. It's a movie made by arguably the greatest filmmaker of all time about the greatest filmmaker of all time.
Yeah,
So I
for
think that
sure.
is the closest. I think it is loved, um, but I do think it's Everything Everywhere All at Once is to lose.
Gotcha. So I do want to ask you a question though, because this was kind of going through my mind on deciding. I know that there tends to be this thing where they don't award best director and best movie like simultaneously. Like sometimes it happens once in a
Until
while.
now.
Yeah, like so I take you think like that's
Well,
not
yeah,
going to
I've picked
matter
them
in
both
this
to win.
case. Okay. Do you think that's a fair reasoning for thinking it wouldn't be that though?
I think that's the trend, and I think
Mm,
following the trend makes sense. I think Steven Spielberg has a legitimate shot to win Best Director. I
mhm.
don't know I don't think Todd Field or Ruben do. Martin McDonough would be my third, and I just don't know if the movie is loved widely enough by the 9,000 Academy members to take it. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once when it came out made a splash. It's been talked about since, and I think it's not a first time for everything. They've done it before. It's not the trend. If you want to follow the trend, I'm with you. I'm going out on a limb. I think they go back to back here, and if it's not, it's going to be the Fablemans in one of those two spots.
What the heck? I'll have fun with this. I'm going to say
You do this
that the
every year.
Academy I'm going to say that the Academy votes for the Banshees of Inisherin. My personal vote would be Everything Everywhere All at Once. I like your reasoning for the Fablemans, but I don't know. I feel like conversations, at least when it comes to people who analyze the award circuits, are thinking that Banshees is pretty close up there with Everything Everywhere in terms of what could win. So I don't know. I think this will make for fun conversation. Let's see which one of those wins. If it is Everything Everywhere, like I'll totally be on board. I'll totally be happy about that. But I don't know. Why not? Banshees of
Let's
Inisherin.
put
I
let's
think
put
that's the
$5 on it.
all right. Why not?
Let's put $5 on it. If
I'll have
Banshees
fun with
wins, I'll
this.
give you $5. If Everything Everyone Wants wins, you give me $5. If the Fablemans win, we both burn $5. And we do the Spielberg dance where we never doubt Steven Spielberg ever again.
There's a lot
Sound
of
good?
bowing involved. But yeah, my part of my reasoning is wondering if this trend will continue between best
I
director
wouldn't
and
be
best
shocked.
picture. Yeah,
I wouldn't
so
be
why not?
shocked. I think
Let's see
though
what
it could go
happens.
in either order. I think it's possible in
Yeah,
either order. I do think Everything Everyone Wants is the thing to do. Guys, what did you think of our long video? Check us out on TikTok too. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share. Go join the patronage. What were your thoughts? Comment. What do you think? We'll make our prediction video late after the Oscars.
our
So
results.
our results, yeah, our reaction to the results. So guys, what do you think about all that? Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share again. And as always, thanks for watching, Mom.
See you guys.